There's Wright. Excellent dribbling show to find a wrap. Pull up for two.
Good to get him going, too. Oh, boy, if they can get some other guys going, it's going to make them very dangerous. And there you go on the make. We're right back. And if Coach hasn't lost a few hairs by now, he's going to let him have it right here.
He might need to call a timeout just to find some Rogaine or something, the way that Waterville's running after baskets.
That's
fourth time.
Four. Yeah. That's... I am not the critical type, but can't happen. Once you'll cut him a break. 4 times it's just, and Coach will tell him, don't let it happen again. That's it. Got to stop it here. And it's a 2-point game. From this point forward, all those are just going to be magnified.
And certainly credit to Waterville as well. They want to get out and run. They have executed that part of the game plan.
It's heads-up basketball. It's heads-up basketball because it totally nullifies the momentum of the made basket. If you're the guy taking the ball out from the made basket, you always look down the floor first for that. You're always looking for that. And if the defense puts their head down for 1 second, you always try to take advantage of that. So it's just heads-up basketball.
Quite literally.
True. I count on the smart guys like you to put those things together. I just give you the clues.
It's fine by me. You give me the rope, I'll tie it up. Wrap. That's off of Waterville. Breed knocked it out of bounds, apparently off of Lemery, who is as shocked as anybody. It's a great hustle play by Chase Breed. Steals a possession. Scalisi for Velarde. Swimming through 2 defenders. They have a numbers advantage, FP. And Scalisi drains his 3rd straight.
Yep, that little layup really has him in the right direction. And that's going to be a big lift if he can continue in this half.
Sawyer in the midair decision. And a steal for Wright. Jumped in front and anticipated that pass. Wright, it's a kick. FP catches a break. Wright has not scored in this quarter, but as a distributor, he's played very well.
Well, and when other guys are making shots, it's going to free him up a little bit later in this game because then the defense is going to have to play on it.
Good hard screen by a Rapp. Right off the mark of the trigger. Wright is arguing that he got hit up near the head. He's looking for a foul there against English.
We'll focus on the game here and not get too wrapped up in those non-calls. Yeah, it's a physical game sometimes, but played a well in the game. Got to get back to business and move on.
There's Sawyer. Get out of there. Hop step for Piersma. High rebound.
Good position. Scalisi. I don't know who lit the fire under him. He's playing well in the quarter. He's doing all the right things. Got his body language going. Ever since the coffee came over.
That was it. He smelled it.
It could be.
Just got the fumes.
Good position down there. He was giving away some size there, but he was physical, established position, held it.
6'1" senior gives away 3 inches to Sawyer.
How much of the 6'1" is the flip?
Might be 5'9" without it. Breed. It's a tricky shot.
Yeah, it is a tricky shot. Little teardrop. Nice little bounce pass. You can see they've got a little swagger in their step now. They've got their confidence back. It's a good game. It's a really good game.
Adrian Velarde called for his 2nd foul.
It's nice to see when you get to this game that both teams are playing well. You know, we've seen a few games yesterday and today where maybe both teams didn't show up. And it's unfortunate when you play so hard to get to this point where maybe you struggle to shoot when you get here.
Teams are peaking at the right time.
You talk, like last night, West Genesee had a great season, and unfortunately last night they get here and they just shot the ball poorly. Those nights happen. You have nights where you shoot the ball poorly. It just stinks for that program that worked that hard to get to that point, and they couldn't make shots. It's unfortunate. It's a great group of kids, great coach.
Lost to CNS in the girls' AA final.
It's not as if they played poorly. It just, every team has a cold night. It's just part of the game. But you don't want that cold night against CNS.
No, you don't. You don't want anything but a hot night against them. Even a moderate night is tough. Sawyer found himself open, gets the rebound. He just knows how to follow his own shot.
Yeah, when that shot goes up, someone's got to just take ownership at 23, because he's one of those kids you hate to play against, because if you lose sight of him, he'll expose it every time.
Breed.
I had a kid on my team when I played that was like that. He was talented, but to go with the talent, he outworked anyone. And if someone didn't box him out, he did every loose ball, and he'd have a field day on offensive rebounds like that.
Here's that's a travel before the contact. Piersman's still a little bit bottled up offensively in this game. Fabius Poppy's held him to 6.
They have done a good job. Yeah, they have done a really good job on him.
So about a 1-second difference game and shot clock. Fairly clean game in terms of turnovers.
Well, considering where Fabius Pompey was at halftime, that's a good number for them.
Had 8 turnovers at the half. Haven't turned it over in this period.
That's a good place. They got the message.
Breed for 3. Rebound Sawyer. Had Piersma ahead. Didn't see him because he was cut off. It'll be Specht. In and out.
That was partially down. I thought that was going for him.
Would have been just a stolen couple of points at the buzzer. Instead, a tremendous game, maybe the best of the weekend so far, is tied after 3. Scalisi's gotten hot for the Falcons. Williams for the Indians.
Let's do that again. That was a tough one to handle up there. We're here to stay now. Let's go.
Game Changers on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
One-point game at the half. Has turned into a tie game at the end of 3. Fabius Poppy in Waterville, 43-43. This is the Class C final in Section 3. Kevin Brown, Dan Leadcomb, with Mike Cleveland and our entire Time Warner Cable Sports Channel crew doing a great job today. Second of 5 games. Stats after 3, Dan.
Well, you look at the stats, the 2 stats that cancel each other out, 3-point field goals down to points in the paint. That's kind of the equalizer right now.
And a cleanly played game in terms of turnovers. Falcons ball to start the 4th. And a kick by Piersma. Third quarter was an interesting quarter.
Yeah.
Fabius Poppy +1 despite no points from Stu Wright.
That's a good sign. It's all upside now. And that's what we said they had to do at halftime. I mean, it's amazing that I actually looked somewhat intelligent for once. I said at halftime they need more diversity offensively and limit the turnovers. They didn't have a turnover, and there you go. Man, they made my day.
So you do know what you're talking about.
I don't know if I know what I'm talking about. I get lucky every now and then. Might be stopping for a lottery ticket on the way home.
I think so. English. Piersma open for 2. Maybe that'll get him on track.
Yeah, and again, and they're balanced without him. So if he can get going in the 4th quarter, there's tremendous upside for them as well.
Stu Wright only took one shot in that third quarter. Was a three-pointer he missed. Out there with Velarde and Vidala, Scalisi and Rapp. Right to pull up. Rebound for Austin Vidala offensively.
They've hung in there on the boards. I give them credit.
Velarde, the freshman. Scalisi tried to wrap it around and throws it away.
First turnover, that was a tough position for him. He had two big players hovering over him. Didn't really have anywhere to go with the ball. Doesn't feel like a turnover, though. It was a second chance opportunity.
They sort of cancel each other out, the offensive rebound and turnover. Ultimately, a fruitless possession for FP.
Fruitless is a good way to describe it.
English too short. Sawyer tipped the rebound, but Rapp controls. There's a low bouncer that got its way through to Scalisi. Here he is, staying with the play, and Speck got the weak side block.
Looked like he lost the handle on that ball going up. I don't think he misses many of those. It looked like he kind of fumbled it a little bit going up.
Might have been. Been hot, Scalisi at 3 in a row at the end of the third.
Tell you what, the defense for Fabius Pompey is digging in and keeping them even. They've made a couple of stops here.
Tyler Emery picks up his third foul.
The Rapp is, we talked about his offense today. Defensively, we haven't really mentioned the game he's played. He's made some pretty solid plays on the defensive end.
Added to his 11 points. Matt Rode says he's their most versatile defender.
Yeah, I mean, 20 steals on the season. He's got a few here today.
Right. 0 for 3, follows his own miss. 0 for 4 now and a half. Breed, third chance on the possession.
Way to follow your shot. I mean, what can you say? If you're guarding that shooter, you really got to turn and seal him. It's a discipline. Sometimes it's easy to lose track when they're that far from the basket. But he kept the play alive. Give him credit for that.
Sawyer. How about that?
That's an answer.
Who else? He had a couple of open looks, didn't take them. A little bit contested there, and no fear for a three-point lead. Breed. Velarde. Good hesitation move. Ends up in an open elbow jumper. Tristan Rapp.
When Rapp catches the ball, he just always seems to be so under control.
Here's charging in, and it is a charge to call as Piersma runs over Breed for his third foul.
Yeah, he's clearly looking to try and make something happen offensively. And here, just forcing the issue, trying to break through two players, dip the shoulder. That's a good call.
He ran into Breed at first, and it was still a clean play, and then lowered that shoulder, and that's going to get you most times.
It's like a bowling ball. He picked up the spare there, two players. It's at the 7-10 split.
That's right.
Up.
Chase Breed happy to be a bowling maneuver.
Yeah, and here's your upside. Quiet in the third quarter. Now he's starting to sparkle here with a couple of Arab basket the play before, keeping the second chance opportunity alive.
Four straight for Fabius Pompey after the three by Sawyer. Williams fouled. Matt Rode wants a tie-up that he won't get. That is Tristan Rapp's third. Scalisi and Gummo back in. Jarrett Gummo has 4 fouls, and he'll play down low in his own. Piersma thought about the three. Sawyer, well defended by the 5'8" freshman Velarde. And a pass through traffic somehow stays with Waterville. Lemery had tipped it aside. Now it's Rapp. Driving in over Sawyer, hit the side of the backboard.
Well, good defensive play by Sawyer to alter that shot.
Sawyer takes it in, gets the friendly bounce.
He's been the answer for them all night. They've needed baskets or answers. 23 has obliged.
Got 19 points. Leads all scorers in the game. Rapp from deep. And Sawyer pulls down the rebound.
Good body control there by Sawyer because he did not have position, but he used his wingspan to tip that one to himself and not initiate any contact. If he did, he's over the back with a foul there.
He's learned from that over-the-back foul we saw late in the third. 15 to shoot. Williams.
Count the basket. Got the continuation on the foul.
Got a good set of hands. Takes a lot of contact and steps through the contact. See that? That's a great set of hands because it's like he went through a blender there and still held onto the ball and was able to finish. He's got good, strong, solid hands. That's a great finish.
On the rim again, guys. Make sure it's on the rim.
Williams setting a nice, efficient game down low. And Sawyer springs in, lost the rebound to Rapp. A timeout called by Fabius Poppy.
What a game. It's been great.
Tremendous.
Yeah, both teams just like a heavyweight fight, you know. They're just throwing bombs at each other and they keep getting up and responding.
Neither team has been able to get much separation. See if it changes over the final 3:16. Our schedule of games for today, we had Oriskany and New York Mills earlier, the 6th straight sectional championship for New York Mills. Coming up after this, Utica Notre Dame and West Hill in Class B. West Hill, a tremendous team looking to repeat as sectional champs. Bishop Ludden and JD in Class A, that's the marquee. 999 combined wins between the two coaches there. And CNS and Utica Proctor in AA at 630. Really tremendous slate of games. Love that Ludden-JD matchup. Two teams that year in and year out are perennial powers. Pat and Bob on the sidelines. Just about everything you want in Central New York basketball. A lot of size, a lot of shooters in that game. Three excellent matchups coming up.
That CNS game later will be interesting as well.
Look for a sweep of the AA's. CNS, girls champs last night. Seen 5 teams that had both their girls and boys teams represented in the Dome this weekend.
Yeah, it's, you know, Fabius Pompey. You know, I saw that Falcon here last night, so I can't seem to get the Falcon out of my mind. Dry cleaning bill is going to be big for that suit.
Can you take that to a dry cleaner, do you think?
What do you do? Go through a drive-through with it?
A car wash?
Yeah. What other options you got?
You just
top down?
Keep the person in the Falcon suit and have them just walk through the car
back
wash.
to pick up and no spin cycle.
Next at an all-new dirty job. Sawyer, good look inside. Levery got space.
Nice physical move. Really good entry pass.
Wright splitting all 5 defenders, and he shot a little awry, but picked up by Velarde.
Yeah, they're really fortunate to get that loose ball.
Wright, quick trigger. Has not been on from deep here in the second half. This is a very rare 2-possession lead for one side of this game.
And this is a pivotal possession for both teams, really.
Rapp playing with 4 fouls for Fabius Poppy. Piersma, offensive foul. Wright takes the charge. That's 4 on Piersma.
That one, I need another look at. Let's take a look. That one, I don't know. That's border. That one, that could clearly go either way. That's totally judgment, in my opinion.
Piersma called for a little bit of a.
Since I don't need to cast a vote on that one, I will not. I will defer, as they say.
Can't be that much of a tough job to be an official.
No, they got a tough job.
Right, other side of the screen. Velarde, Breed, good ball movement here. Shot clock at 7 though. Wright lost it in between. Squeezes out to Velarde, and a kick ball with 2 to shoot. That'll reset the shot clock to 15. This is just some game on both sides, back and forth with Waterville closing up on defense. Velarde, tough floater, won't go. Wrap, Scalisi. Oh. And a foul against Waterville. Only their 5th as a team.
Maybe a Pompey, they're getting the 9 lives, so to speak. They're getting opportunities. They've got to knock these shots when they're getting them close in. Got to bury them.
And Sawyer with the long arms gets the steal.
Whenever they've needed a defensive play, it's been him. I mean, put his points aside. His points are one thing. When they've needed a defensive play, it's been him. He's been phenomenal tonight.
Averages 1.6 steals per game. He is over that number today.
I can remember 4 in my head, so that's a great anticipation play. You know, the key to being a great defender, you've got to be a play ahead of the pass. You know, you've got to be anticipating where that ball's going. You've got to know where that ball's going, and he clearly knew where it was going, and he did a great job.
Orange overtime, don't forget, following the Class B final here. Our boys' high school game, Syracuse and Virginia through the top 12 teams of the country, the top 2 in the ACC, as SU with a win would tie up the ACC in the loss column after that narrow victory at Maryland earlier in the week. So stick around for that here on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. See some Syracuse shirts, but a lot of purple in the Waterville cheering section. Indians lost 7 seniors last year, lost 60-37 to this FP team in the semifinals. But they brought up some kids in the junior varsity. Piersma and Sawyer have gained experience. They are looking to hold the lead for another minute 20. It's been an 11-6 quarter after it tied first 3. Piersma.
Probably the last possession they will have before it's unless Fabius Pompey scores, before it's going to be foul situation. So going to milk that clock.
Sawyer, rebound to Wright. Oh, nearly a carry for Wright. High left-handed dribble. Scalisi, short on the baseline. Sawyer the rebound. Have to foul out.
Yeah.
Falcons are not yet fouling. There it is. Adrian Velarde with 34.9, and Waterville can start to feel it. A timeout before the shot. Taken by Fabius Pompey, leaving them with just 1 left.
Well, they had some chances, and it's certainly far over here, so they got to hope they fail at the free throw line and get the rebound and get down the court and get a quick shot.
Sawyer 4 of 5 at the line today. As a team, Waterville's 10 of 18. Don't forget, we have a 3rd of 5 coming up next. Utica, Notre Dame, and West Hill in the boys' Class B final. The venerable George Straub has just showed up for that one. Utica, Notre Dame, West Hill should be terrific. 3rd of 5 games today on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
The long haul. I get to log a little couch time in between my later assignment.
He'll be working on the Orange Overtime program.
I'll go home and take my lumps from 6-year-old and 2-year-old, and then...
Which, you know, really we talk about you're going from one job to another here. That's a whole different kind of job in between.
The 2-year-old's a bruiser.
Tough kid.
Tough. Future
athlete.
Both of them are.
Current athlete, maybe?
Yeah, both of them are. The 2-year-old's he's a bruiser. I'll leave it at that.
Big miss from Sawyer. Fabius Pompey needs to score here. Breed Too strong. And that is off of Velarde's knee. It's steal or foul, and Velarde commits a foul.
Guess who's shooting again? The ball seems to get into his hands at the right times. And considering, they've got all season long, they've had the 1-2 punch of Piersma and Sawyer. Tonight, it's really been Sawyer and all others, and they've managed to make do. So it's a sign of a good team when you can pick one another up.
In the quarterfinals against Tully, in a game that some people thought Tully could get an upset win, Sawyer had 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. 24 in the semis against West Canada Valley. 20 tonight, and a steal here for Sawyer. Got the timeout.
I'm going to say it again. I don't want to sound redundant. His points are great. The defensive plays he has made have been the difference in this game because they've all been at key points, and that right there is probably the seal, wouldn't you say? I mean,
it's the seal without a steal. If we can rhyme. Fabius Poppy's got a foul here if they don't get the ball. And hope Waterville misses free throws at this point. 2-possession game still, but that's 2 possessions that have to end in 3s.
And again, that's the kid you just hate playing against because he's at another. His motor doesn't quit. He outworks everybody on the floor. He never takes a second off. And you just you can't ever let your guard down against a guy like that. And those are the ones that are the hardest to play against.
How often?
I grew up with a kid like that. I know, and I hated it.
How often is the most athletic kid on the floor the hardest working one as well? It's not
all the time. Not all the time. I mean, that's not always the case. He
was a rare breed.
That's just something that he's picked up, and he's been well coached, and something he's hung his hat on. So you got to give him credit for the work ethic.
John Piersma will head to the foul. That is the 5th foul on Tristan Rapp.
Look at Robinson Cano. I mean, I'm a huge Yankee fan. Guy's probably one of the greatest hitters in baseball. Does he hustle every single play?
No.
No?
A little minor controversy over that in the offseason.
I've been saying it for years.
You and my dad both. Kevin Long had
I'm not trying to be negative, but
no, you see it.
But then you got a guy like Derek Jeter who never takes a play off. Never.
This is John Piersma for a 1-and-1. He will get to the end one.
Good to see him getting some free throws. I mean, he's worked hard. I know offensively, probably not the game he would have liked, but he seems like the type of kid that all that matters is they win. And he's played solid defense. He's had some tough assignments tonight.
And he's managed to put in his 9th and 10 points.
Yes, and trying to deal with some guys on the other side that he's had to deal with hasn't been easy.
Stu Wright, 16 points in the first half. Piersma, one of the defenders that's helped hold him to 2 points here in the second.
That's where he's made his hay, so to speak. Hasn't been in the front. He's held a prolific score to just 2 in the second half, so hats off to him.
Adrian Velarde commits his 5th foul. And Casey Cito will replace him. Stu Wright and Nate Scalisi just shared a little bit of a hug at half court. 2 seniors who have been on this team together for a few years and are starting to realize that this is the end of the run. And what a run it's been. But Waterville took over late in the game. Game that was tied heading into the 4th. Thanks to this guy. Sawyer thought about throwing his hands in for that rebound even. 21 points for Zach Sawyer. Waterville is the champion in Section 3, Class C.
Great defensive fourth quarter. They really buckled down. Hats off to them. Great season by Fabius Pompey. Hard to see them lose. Hard to see either team. You know, this is one of those games, that old cliche, you hate to see a team lose, but you know, hats off to Waterville, and definitely a great effort.
Tie game into the fourth quarter for a couple of minutes. Game that could have gone either way, but Waterville just locked down right, and the rest of the Falcons defensively. The trophy will be theirs. Zach Sawyer, he'll likely find himself in the all-tournament team. See who joins him after this.
TWC Sports Channel.
+9 in the fourth quarter for Waterville. The second-seeded Indians are the champions here in Section 3, Class C. Semifinal loss last year by 23 to Fabius Pompey. They get their way this time. +9 behind the 21 points of Zach Sawyer. Down to the PA system for the trophy presentation.
Waterville Indians. Players, when you hear your name, please come to center court to accept your award. And tonight, each of the champions will be receiving a backpack, courtesy of Under Armour, and a T-shirt, courtesy of Lauk Sporting Goods. Number 3, John Piersma. Number 32, Tyler Lemry. Number 1, Luke Luckman. Number 14, Rayshawn Enoch. Number 23, Zach Sawyer. Number 10, Jake English. Number 30, Hunter Williams. Number 25, J.T. Machold. Number 2, Noah Barnes. Number 0, Josh Murphy. Number 41, Will Specht. Number 11, Josh Williams. Number 5, Nick Salm. Number 20, Isaiah Spooner. Head coach, Kobe Maxim. The assistant coaches, Toby Karam and Jesse Bowie. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the members of this year's Section 3 Class C All-Tournament team. From Little Falls High School, Mitch Baumeister. From West Canada Valley, Jordan Jaworski. From Fabius Pompey High School, Tristan Rapp. From Fabius Pompey High School, Stuart Wright. From Waterville High School, John Piersma. The most valuable player from this year's Section 3 Class C tournament, from Waterville High School, Zach Sawyer. The Coach of the Year in Section 3 from Waterville High School is Kobe Maxim. The Waterville Indians now move on to the New York State Championship Tournament. Well, they will take on the champions from Section 4, and that game is set for March the 8th at 3:45 at Onondaga Community College. And could we please have the captains from Waterville High School out to accept your Section 3 championship banner? Once again, the Indians move on to the state championship tournament where they will take on the champions from Section 4 on March the 8th.
And there you have it, your champions in Class C, the Waterville Indians, knocking off Fabius Pompey, and they are all smiles as Waterville ascends to the top of Class C here in Section 3. They will move on to the state tournaments. Come back with our Bill Rapp Superstores Player of the Game. Danny will be down court with that player and coach. Waterville a champion in Class C.